In 1972, San Francisco's skyline changed dramatically to the thrill of some and the objection of others. That's the year construction was completed on the Transamerica Pyramid. And now the 853-foot modernist skyscraper is going through a renovation and rebirth. Our media partner, the San Francisco Standard, has a look in a new article exclusive. The Transamerica Pyramid's renovation is underway. We got a peek from the top. Joining us live, the Standard's reporter Astrid Kane, who got that exclusive peek. Astrid, great for you to join us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
All right, so for those who don't know, let's say you have an out-of-town guest and they happen to be in San Francisco and they happen to be watching us right now. Explain the significance of the Transamerica Pyramid.
Sure. It's our second tallest building. Like you said, it was built in the early 1970s, and it has a very distinct shape. It's the only triangular skyscraper in the whole country that I can think of. And it's been an icon of San Francisco for 50 years.
Right, and for a long time, it dominated the skyline. You could see it from everywhere. It was the tallest building. Of course, then came Bank of America, and now Salesforce Tower, lots of other buildings. But it is so iconic, right? The shape, the spire, the height. But why was it not universally beloved initially?
You know, what a funny question, right? People really protested this building. They thought it was blocking light. In fact, that's why it's shaped like a pyramid, to kind of taper to the top so it wouldn't loom over the streets below. But there was people hated what they called Manhattanization, and they were just fighting to prevent a building of this height from going up at the edge of downtown.
Oh, mon Dieu, not New York City. Okay. So tell us about this new renovation underway. Now that we have loved it for many years, there are things that need to be updated. So tell us about your tour and what they're doing over there.
Yeah, so 50 years is a long time in skyscraper years, right? Like, it had started to look its age. And as newer buildings came along with nice amenities, the Transamerica Pyramid began to look and feel a little bit dated. So real estate developer Michael Schvo purchased it in 2020 for $650 million. And he's committed to putting in an extra $400 million to kind of make it, once again, like the statement building for downtown San Francisco. And two colleagues and I got to go all the way to the very top, which I will say is one of the three scariest things that I have ever done in my life. The climb goes from, the elevators go to the 48th floor,
right?
And that's where they stop.
Yep.
And so you climb up one floor to a space that is currently a construction site, and hopefully by the end of the year will be a brand new sky bar, which sounds pretty sexy. And then from there, you have to climb 10 ladders and 10 sets of stairs and 2 ladders to get all the way up to the beacon that's housed at the very top of the building. And it was vertigo-inspiring.
Oh my gosh. Astrid, you're like Spider-Man there, like using all your Spidey powers to get to the top. You got to the beacon? Okay, and here is that harrowing climb up the ladders. Wow, okay, so, and they're doing something to the beacon too, right?
Yes, so the beacon itself, which, sharp-eyed viewers may have noticed is turned on kind of erratically, sort of here and there, is about to become this brand new light that's going to be all brightened up and much spiffier, much more technologically advanced. And even better is that the spire, which is the top quarter of the building, where there's no more office space, it's all just one big room, that's where we climbed up, is going to be illuminated from within. And Schvo and the Pyramid retained the services of a firm called L'Observatoire International, and they are going to make this look like a combination of the Empire State Building and the beacon atop the Eiffel Tower. So it is about to be extremely cool.
And then something's happening with the surrounding plaza too, right?
That's right, yeah. There's that redwood grove at the base of the pyramid that's been closed to the public for at least a year, maybe 2. And they're, the redwoods are going to remain, but they're installing all new benches and taking out a lot of the hardscape and just making it like a much more welcoming space that draws people to the pyramid from the surrounding blocks.
That's nice, because that's kind of like the mini Muir Woods, like when I can't get out there to Marin, I'm like, let's just go to the Transamerica Little Redwood Plaza there. So great, happy to hear that too.
I've eaten so many lunches there. It really is a special space. Like, I can't wait for that to be open.
Can I just ask you, coming at a time like this when the downtown is struggling, right? They are trying to get people back and give reasons. How do you think this fits into that whole picture?
Yeah, so Shvo told us, both in September, we had a long sit down with him, and to me just recently, that he is probably among the most optimistic people about the recovery underway in downtown San Francisco. And the intervening 6 months have only made him more optimistic. So he is looking to create like a kind of office as resort vibe, kind of by bringing the amenities that are most closely associated with
Nice.
a suburban Silicon Valley campus.
Nice.
To the Transamerica.
I do like that office as a resort. Let's make that happen here at ABC7. Thanks so much, Astrid. And you can check out their articles at sfstandard.com. We'll be right back.